Crackdown's going to be able to steal. Solemn Judgment, negate anything. Sharon with the Scream, mill 6. This is big mills. Solemn Judgment could not negate the Sharon effect in the hand. So this is quite interesting. I guess we flip up the there can only be one on the activation of the fusion, which will stop the Kid Kalos from being summoned. Since you already have an Aqua, but you could, yeah, you can't use... Okay, this is the interesting ruling here. If you can attempt to summon a non-Aqua, because you have an Aqua, you could then use the Aqua to attempt the non-Aqua, but then summon the Aqua. It's like a really old Gladiator Beast ruling, where if you have a different Gladiator Beast that you could summon, you could then still summon the same type, but because you could summon a different, you were even allowed to attempt it. It's interesting. Okay. So if he has the Rhino Heart in the graveyard, he could attempt... He did not have Rhino Heart, so that's unfortunate. Garura. Okay. Garura is here, 3,000 attack. All right, special. Wow. All 4 different monsters on the field taking control of an 1,800 attack monster, but we're going to banish it with the Fairy Tale Snow. We beat Downin. Let's go. We have Wing Beast, Fairy, Spellcaster, Beast Warrior. 4 different monster types. There can only be one of each monster type. Alrighty. Giz Makarochi at 450 life. We're going to banish 6 cards from the extra. Draw 2. Inspector Borders here. Probably would not summon it. We have 24 cards banished. It is time for 9,600 attack. Forbidden Droplet. Get Reducing. Solemn Judgment. Negate. Now, you have to understand that if he would have sent his Sulliek, he could not chain the Solemn Judgment. All he had to do was send Sulliek, and it would have not been negated by Solemn Judgment. No way. Holy moly. Negate. Over 8,000 damage over the Lunalight Tiger. Wow. Sending Retribution to the graveyard, which will add back a branded spell or trap from the grave back to our hand. We're going to be show-conning into our Lubellion. Now, with our Lubel, we're going to be discarding a card to perform a fusion show-con. Tragedy being sent to the graveyard by card effects going to be activating to be searching for our Aluber. Now, Aluber, what do we want to be searching for with Aluber? Branded in red, branded lost. This will be a branded lost. We lost it. Lost is here. Retribution, recycling the branded red back to our hand, which was sent to the graveyard with the Bestial Serenir. Branded in red, I've seen some branded players not even play it because of Bestials. So it's very good here. The Mercurial will negate any monster effects. The Mirror Jade will banish any monster on the field non-targeting. Branded in red will add back the Tragedy, making a Chimera to pop 2 cards in the field. Let's go. All right, Ken and Endymion, Cook. We're going to Mythical Institution, removing a counter to be searching for the Mythical Jackal. Activating Allure Darkness to get a counter onto the Jackal, banishing a Dark from our hand. We can remove 3 spell counters to tribute ourselves to special summon a Mythical Beast from the deck. Sending a spellcaster from the deck to the grave to summon our Magician's Souls. Not activating anything yet, nothing in response. Jackal is going to be summoning our Mythical Beast Jackal. Now, we do not have an active monster negate yet, but now we do. So our opportunity to banish it is now gone. Oh, we have to activate the Branded in Red in response to the Necro Valley, which would prevent us from using the Branded in Red. We're going to be, before it resolves, add the Tragedy. And I guess we're going to lose the Mercurial. Yeah, we don't want to fuse with our Mirror Jade. We didn't even activate Mirror Jade. Goodbye, Mercurial. Shokan into Chimera. And just like that, the Chimera is going to be activating. You can't chain to the Chimera. Chainlink block with the Tragedy. We could also add in a Mirror Jade, and this cannot negate, because right now we are in the response window to the summon of Chimera. Actually, I'm wrong. I'm completely wrong. The Branded Lost missed the timing. It was not summoned on Chainlink 1, so you could Jackal negate the Mirror Jade if you activate it right now. We could negate the Mercurier, and we're doing it. See? As I said, the Branded lost. Missed me with that timing. Imagine a card game without missing the timing. There's our Courier back to our hand with the Branded lost. So we Branded Red fuse the Mercurier to add back a Mercurier with the Branded lost. Goodbye to the Necro Valley. We still have an activatable Mirror Jade, and the Jackal had already activated. We're going to be sending Brygran to the graveyard. I don't think that Jackal negate was very good. Goodbye to the Jackal King as the Triple Tactics talent takes control of the 3,000 attack Mirror Jade. Now Guardian at 3,300 defense. How do we get over it? Super Poly discarding the Branded and High Spirits, fusing with the stolen Mirror Jade and the Jackal to make our Dragostapelia, which can negate a monster on the field and reduce its level to 1. Mythical Jackal is going to be destroying itself, special summoning the Mini Jackal back on the field. If we get one more spell counter, well, there you go, that's enough. Remove 3 from the field to summon from the deck a Cerberus. Now, Cerberus can remove 4 spell counters to banish a monster on the field. We do not have enough. Shokan into the Electromite after wiping out the Dragostapelia, which would have negated the Electromite, putting the Astrograph into the extra deck, adding it back to the hand by destroying our face-up Pendulum, activating to draw 1, activating to special summon the Sorcerer. Now, the Sorcerer is going to add a monster that was destroyed this turn, adding from our deck a Wait, we didn't add anything. We didn't have anything that was addable? We just randomly drew into the Cerberus? Yeah, so Astrograph had nothing to add. That's interesting. Beyond the Pendulum, adding Endymion. Now, our Pendulum scales are negated, but we're going to have a big fat Pendulum Shokan. Expulsion is banned in Master Duel, so it's banned for this tournament. Come forth and Shokan into Celine Navidad. Celine's going to have the quick effect to summon a spellcaster from the hand or the graveyard. Now, this is the most insane effect. Endymion is going to remove 6 spell counters from the field to come forth and summon, and then it's going to pop a card on the field equal to the number of cards you control that you could place spell counters on. The whole field is getting wiped. Endymion Chad. Reborning Magician Souls from the graveyard. Brygran during the end phase is going to get negated. This is all main phase 2. Negate from being able to add to your hand or special summon a Fallen Albaz. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's go. This is it. This is the moment. Focus. Aliburn. Negate. Chaining Branded in High Spirits to get rid of the Mercurier. Also chaining Forbidden Droplet for a giant 3 monster negate. Negate both of the monster negates and negate the spell and trap card negate. Negate. Sending Rinbrum with the Branded in High Spirits, adding a Branded Fusion with the Alibur. Full field negate. We do have a Call by the Grave ready though. So if he activates the Albion, you chain the Call by the Grave onto the Albaz. Do we have another Albaz on the graveyard? We have 1 Albaz. 1 Albaz! Called by the Albaz. Yes. Bunish the Albaz. Still fusing to something. What is that something? What is that something? Using Mercurier and Alibur into a Quiritis. Quiritis can reduce the whole field to 0 attack. So we have 5,000 damage. Mercurier, get reducing. What's Mercurier adding? The Albion Dragon, or, okay, Albaz. A negated Albaz. Lubellion is now here. Now she is going to be summoning from the graveyard our Reflection, which is not going to do anything. 5k damage here. Not quite lethal. The spell and trap card negate's going to be active at the end of this turn if we can gain a spell counter. We need a spell card to activate. Light the Branded? I do not know what this card is. What the heck is this? Target a fusion on the field or in either graveyard, return it to the extra deck, then you could special summon an Albaz from your graveyard to your field, and 1 monster from your opponent's graveyard to their field? What? It's not even activatable. We don't have a Fallen Albaz in the grave. What the... The defusion? Extra Foolish Burial to draw minus 900 life to draw 1. Shokanning into the Absol Router. Now with the Absolute Dragon that is, which is going to be sent to the graveyard for an access code talker, activating to summon the Odd Eyes Vortex. Odd Eyes Vortex is going to be able to negate anything and return an attack position monster back in the deck. Have we activated Coritis yet? We did not. And I guess he chain link blocked us from even being able to activate it. Yeah, you can't respond. You have to do it on resolution, but the Vortex will now negate the Coritis. Will do. Light of the Branded. So it is optional to summon the Albaz. It's just going to defuse, as someone in the chat was saying. To defusion. We defusing. All right, let's go. Defuse it up. Negate the defusion mate as we reduce the entire field with Coritis. Grabbing Jackal with the Cerberus, special summoning Cerberus from the extra deck. Not affected by the reduction of the Coritis. Magician's Soul going for the draw 1. Draw 1 into pot of D? You gotta be kidding me. 9,900 life. We have 25 cards in the deck. Did we already pot a D this turn or something? What happened? We did not pot a D. We're not going to pot a D. No pot a D. No D, no D. Okay. Super Poly off the top of the deck. Fusion Shokan into a Garura. That can't deal with the Vortex, which is an Omni Negate. Okay, okay. We got a pot of D. Come on, let's do the D. Let's D it. Into the Void, randomly draw 1. We have a Spellcaster plus the Spellcaster Village, making spells illegal. 71. We have Omni Negate, plus you can't activate spells. Dead. Cannot activate. Can't Branded Fusion. Nothing. Into the Void, discard in the hand, but with nothing to discard. Let's go, let's go. Max C, welcome to the party. 5,600 life. This duel is not over yet. Illusion of Chaos add the Magician of Souls, which I guess we don't have in the deck. Maybe we don't have any. We banished all of it and or use it all up. Where the souls at? Mythical Institution, grabbing the Jackal. Jackal setting up as a Pendulum Scale to just add counters to the Institution. Makes sense. Rinbrum is attempting to either summon itself. Well, it was not properly summoned, right? So it's attempting to summon Albaz to fuse with the fields. We're going to negate. Shouldn't we negate the Albaz itself? I think we would do that. But this is still okay. This is okay. We're going to be activating the Magister of Endymion to summon an Endymion Mighty Master. Now that's going to be a spell and trap card negate if we have a spell counter to remove mate. An epic duel. What the heck was that? Oh my Jesus.